Hey everybody, this is Shane again. Here's my medical records from Memorial. Let's see if I can get that up for you. It says Memorial Medical Center, 4700 Waters Avenue, Savannah, Georgia, 31401. Medical Director William E. Check. Let's see if I can get that in frame for you. Now, that's when I was in the hospital back in April 15th. Alright, here's the summary of my admission. Admission diagnosis: anarthrarca of unknown etiology, paranoid schizophrenia, hypertension, rash in inguinal area, likely candidiasis, obesity, whatever. Discharge diagnosis: anarthrarca of unknown etiology, possibly secondary to new onset congestive heart failure. Paranoid schizophrenia, stable. Hypertension, well controlled. Rash in inguinal area, improving. This is a 38-year-old white male with history of hypertension and paranoid schizophrenia. He presented to the emergency room after noting some swelling in his bilateral lower extremities that he says began on 04/04/2008. This then moved up the leg anteriorly on 4/16/2008. The patient reported swelling in the scrotum and his abdominal area as well. It is more uncomfortable for him to be sitting than lying down. The patient also complained of history of difficulty sleeping and of dry cough, and the patient is a known paranoid schizophrenia who was under the care of Dr. Schmitz, and he was saw by her in 2007 at the VA clinic. On admission, blood pressure was 192/104, pulse was 127, and respiration 20. The patient received Lasix, 60 milligrams IV, and clonidine, 0.2 milligrams, in the emergency room. His blood pressure drastically dropped to 137/77. We initiated ethanol, 50 milligrams twice a day for controlling of his blood pressure. We also ordered a CT of the abdominal and pelvis to rule out possible mass. The CT study showed no evidence for soft tissue gas, pelvic mass, or adenopathy. Ultrasound of the scrotum and lower extremities was done on admission as well. The study came back negative. On admission, brain natriuretic peptide (BNP) was 586. Chest X-ray showed he had cardiomegaly with no acute disease process, and there was no sign of infusion or calcification. Echocardiogram was ordered to rule out possibility of congestive heart failure. The patient continued to receive Lasix 40 milligrams PO twice a day. On admission, his weight was 267 pounds. After 3 days of Lasix, his weight was sufficiently reduced to 249.1. His shortness of breath resolved over time. The patient had a good urine output on hospital admission day 4. His swelling in the lower extremities and scrotal had almost resolved. Echocardiogram came back showing ejection fraction of 25%. He also had a left ventricle chamber size moderately dilated and borderline left ventricle hypertrophy. He also had significant diagnostic stolic, something like that, dysfunction with restrictive physiology. We switched the patient to Coreg 6.25 milligrams twice a day and discontinued the ethanol. We also added ACE inhibitors with lisinopril 20 milligrams once a day. We continued Lasix, but we changed this from 40 milligrams twice a day to 20 milligrams twice a day. The patient is now ready for discharge home in stable medical condition. Alright. Now these are my cardiograms. Doubt if you can see it clearly. But anyway. Now I think it was from a black widow spider bite. I can't prove it or anything. But anyway. There's a cardiogram. So anyway, I was discharged and I was given those medications. So anyway, that's my hospital report.